shining in them. Well, welcome to Teddy and Rosa's wedding. I'm Kevin King, Rosa's uncle. We come to celebrate with Teddy and Rosa a sacred moment in which they publicly, formally commit to one another. It's a holy, sacramental moment that we are all here to witness. The theme for their wedding is love as a choice, or conscious love. Let the celebration begin. We are gathered together on this day to witness and celebrate your marriage, Teddy and Rosa. We come together not to mark the start of a relationship, but to acknowledge and strengthen a bond that already exists. This ceremony is a public affirmation of that bond. And as family, as friends, it's an honor and a delight to witness this event. This day is made possible. Sounds like an introduction to an ad. This day is made possible not only because of your love for each other, but through the grace and support of your family, friends, and loving God. It is our hope that your fulfillment and joy in each other will increase with each passing year. Marriage is a commitment in life where two people can find and bring out the best in each other. It offers opportunities for sharing and growth that few other relationships can equal. It is a physical and emotional joining that has the promise of a lifetime. So let us pray for Teddy and Rosa. Lord, loving God, we thank you for bringing us together today and for bringing Teddy and Rosa together. We ask that you help them to remember the love that they share. We pray nothing will divide them. Separation is an illusion. We are meant for one another, to connect with each other. May their love always inspire them to be kind in words, considerate of one another, and concerned for each other's needs and wishes. Increase their faith and trust in you. Bless their marriage with peace, happiness, joy, and fun. Make their love be fruitful for your glory and their joy, both here and in eternity. Amen.
You were born together, and together you shall be forevermore. Yes, you shall be together even in the silent memory of God. But let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of heaven dance between you. Love one another, but make not a bond of love. Let it rather be a moving sea between the shores of your souls. Fill each other's cup, but drink not from one cup. Give one another of your bread, but eat not from the same loaf. Sing and dance together and be joyous. Let each one of you be alone, even as the strings of a lute are alone to quiver with the same music. Give your hearts, but not in each other's keeping, for only the hand of life can contain your hearts. And stand together, yet not too near together, for the pillars of the temple stand apart, and the oak tree and the cypress grow not in each other's shadows.
Love is patient, love is kind. It is not jealous, love is not pompous. It is not inflated. Love is not rude. It does not seek its own interests. It is not quick-tempered. It does not brood over injury. Love does not rejoice over wrongdoing, but rejoices with truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things.
before I begin, doesn't Rosa look beautiful? You look pretty good too, Teddy. A noted celebrity was asked to name the living person she most admired. Pope Francis, she responded. Pope Francis. Yeah, he's going with the original program. Going with the original program, she said. I think the original program of Jesus is love. Neighbor, enemy, the poor, God above all, and even oneself. It's easy to look at marriage as the culmination of love, the end point of the journey that begins with falling in love. Marriage is not the culmination of love, but only the beginning. Love remains and deepens, but its form changes. Or more accurately, it renews itself in a different way. Less and less does it draw its waters from the old springs of romance. Not to worry if over time these dimensions fade or seem less frequent. More and more love draws replenishment from love itself, from the practice of conscious love, as one theologian put it, expressed in your mutual care for one another. It will transform your life, and through its power, your lives will reach out to touch the world. But how do you stay in touch with that power? At those times when stress mounts, romance seems far away, how do you practice that conscious love that will renew itself and renew your relationship? Here's one practice that works for me. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things, from 1 Corinthians. Love bears all things, and this does not mean a dreary sort of putting up with or victimization. Bear means two things: to hold up, to sustain, like a bearing wall, which carries the weight of the house, and bear, not the animal, also means to give birth, to be fruitful. So love is that which in any situation is the most life-giving and fruitful. Choose love. Love believes all things. This does not mean to be gullible, to refuse to face up to the truth. Rosa's grandmother did not suffer fools lightly. Rather, to believe all things means in every possible circumstance of life, there's a way of perceiving that leads to cynicism and divisiveness, a closing of possibility. And there's a way that leads to a higher faith and love, to a higher and more faithful, fruitful outcome. To believe all things means to orient yourselves towards the highest possible outcome in any situation and strive for its actualization. Choose love. Love hopes all things. In the practice of conscious love, you begin to discover a hope that's not related to outcome, but to a wellspring, a source of strength that wells up from deep within you, independent of outcomes. It's a hope that can never be taken away from you, because it is love itself in you, empowering you, conferring the strength to stay present to the highest possible outcome that can be believed and aspired to. And finally, love endures all things. Everything that is tough and brittle shatters. Everything that is cynical rots. The only way to endure is to forgive. Over and over again. To give back that openness and possibility for new beginning, which is the very essence of love itself. And in such a way, love comes full circle and fully, quote, sustains and makes fruitful. The cycle begins again, only at a deeper place. And conscious love deepens and becomes more and more rooted. Love, especially conscious love, is truly stronger than death. Jesus is the prime example of this. Teddy and Rosa, all of us, me too, let's go with the original program. Choose love today and every day. No moment is without meaning. Your marriage is a new chapter of your lives. Today signifies a new home, a new family for you both. May you be filled by each other's love and friendship. May you be overjoyed by the promises you are about to take and the life together you will create. Remember that in every marriage there are good and bad times, times of joy and sorrow. It's a journey, an adventure, enhanced by that love, trust, dedication, and faith you share in one another. You take this journey together. May the promises you make to one another be lived out to the end of your lives. Tomorrow can bring you the greatest of joys, but today, the day it all begins. Teddy and Rosa, do you, with your family and friends, as your witnesses, present yourselves willingly and of your own accord to be joined in marriage? Will you promise to care for each other in the joys and sorrows of life, come what may, and to share the responsibility of growth and enrichment of your life together?
Rosa, so lucky to have you in my life. I still think about the first time we met that fateful night at Rajol. A chance encounter 10 years ago that led us to this moment today. We have shared so many memories over the years and have grown together as a couple. You are such a kind and intelligent person, a deep thinker, a loyal friend. You are caring and truly a beautiful person inside and out. I have learned so much from you, and you make me a better man. I can't wait for the next chapter of our lives together. Wherever our journey takes us, I promise to always support and care for you. I promise to be patient and communicate, even when you're hangry. I promise to honor and encourage you, and most of all, I promise to always love you. It's beautiful.
Teddy, in the 10 years we have been together, you have always made me smile. You are my best friend, and I love you. I will continue to love you unconditionally and without hesitation as we grow old together. Today I promise you this, to be giving and forgiving, to make you laugh and to laugh at myself. I vow to always be on time, or try my best to be on time. You have always been patient with me, and I love you for that. Thank you for waiting for me, even when I was an hour late for our first date. Otherwise, we may not be here today. Teddy, my love and respect for you has grown over the years we have been together, and I will continue to love you as we embark on our life journey together. I will share in your dreams and support you as you strive to achieve your goals. I will listen to you with compassion and understanding and speak to you with words of encouragement. I am so happy we found each other, and I cannot wait to start the rest of my life with you by my side as my partner, friend, and most of all, husband.
You now seal your vows by exchanging rings. The circle has always been a sign of completeness. The rings have neither beginning nor end, much like the love you have for one another. They are a symbol of the vows you have exchanged. May these rings be blessed from this day forward, and may they be your most treasured adornment. Wear these rings as a constant reminder of your glad promises made today. Repeat after me, please. I give you this ring as a symbol of my love and faithfulness.
As a symbol of my love and faithfulness to you.
Teddy,
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love and faithfulness.
as a symbol of my love and faithfulness to you.
Teddy, Rosa, from this moment forward, you won't be alone. You will carry within you your heart, the love of another person, giving you a shared destiny and renewed likeness. May you strive to enrich each other in every possible way. And may peace be in your everyday life, connecting you to one another and to our loving God. Let's say the Our Father, the Lord's Prayer together. Our Father,
who art in heaven,
hallowed
hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Having pledged your fidelity to one another, to love, honor, respect, and cherish one another, in the presence of this gathering and by the authority vested in me by the state of California, it is my great honor to now pronounce you married, husband and wife. Husband, you can kiss, first kiss your wife.
ladies and gentlemen, they invite you inside the Stone Building for cocktail hour. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, they invite you inside the Stone Building for cocktail hour.
Yeah, dude, check it out. It says it here.
Yeah, how would that be?
1998 KF Keller. That's amazing.
Sure thing, doesn't it?
She doesn't tip well.
Look at Rosa.
I was just watching with
Get him on.
That looked like a mustache kiss. Adorable. Okay, look at each other. So immediate family is ready whenever. Okay. So, bride and groom with both immediate families.
Get an immediate family here now?
Yes.
Mom, Dad, Sophie, where's Yanni? What is this one? Get Yanni. Glenn, can you get Yanni? The free shot of parents, his parents and me. This is immediate family. Immediate family. Yanni, Sophie, Mom, Dad.
Yes, 100 years ago.
Perfect. Good.
Tammy, over here.
Okay. Do you want right here? Oh, looks good. Yes. And then drop your flowers a tad bit. Good. Okay, right here. Right here. Right here. Left. You sure did. She got it all at once. Okay, one more. Whoops. Okay. Okay, hold on. Wait. So I've got bride runner.
You guys, Steve and I were trying to get everybody.
I've got one.
Just to find out for you guys.
People, everyone, so what's next? Let's make sure everyone's on deck.
I know a lot of distractions. 1, 2.
Are they
I never do it on parade.
You're just lying now. You're
Mom. I'm honest.
I want to be that.
There makes me might as well stay. Okay, the light side is Teddy.
I think Bailey.
So when she moves out, what I'm going to have is you and your parents.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. If I can have your attention up front for just a moment. Oh, it's a good group. Thank you very much. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lodge here in Sonoma. It's a beautiful venue. It's exclusively yours for the evening. You had a beautiful ceremony for them just a little while ago. And tonight, we are going to have ourselves a fun and exciting reception in here for them. I am Ed the DJ, ladies and gentlemen. I know there's skeptics when it comes to DJs. It's reasonable. I'm a good one. We're going to eat, drink, dance, and more importantly, we're going to celebrate the love that these two have for each other on their day. And it is truly their day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you please rise at this time, if you're able, please rise at this time, and please direct your attention, if you would, to the main doors of the stone building. Ladies and gentlemen, let's raise our glasses and welcome the newly married couple, Petros and Rosa. Keep the applause going for them, folks, as they make their way to their sweetheart table.
You've heard enough of me already, so I'll make this short and sweet. Let's bow our heads and pray to God for the blessing on Teddy and Rosa, beautiful couple that they are. God's love may pour upon them and upon all the people who are here gathered to celebrate Thanksgiving for the many gifts you have given us, for the people who have prepared this meal. We're very thankful for our loving and generous God. And we thank everyone here. And in Jesus' name we say, Amen. Amen. Let's eat.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's dinner service is a formal plated service. It'll be served to you at your tables. I'll play a little bit of music for you. Enjoy your night, folks. We're going to have fun.
I would take that. Read me your text.
It's a new day, it's a new life for
Don't touch it. Look, don't touch. You gotta go. You have to ask. They have to ask you. Also, That's what we want. Salam new, man. That's the word. Stick with that. I'm trying to add.
I won't let you what? I want you to hear about oh, you guys
Ladies and gentlemen, if I can have your attention one more time, please up front with the bride and groom. And for those of you that are standing, if you please make your way back to your seats at this time. It is time for what is my most favorite part of any wedding reception, ladies and gentlemen, and that is toasts. Because they're unpredictable for the most part. Everything at weddings is well planned and well executed, and this one has been for them. But there's truly no way to plan for toast. It could be a toast or a roast, depending on who's coming up. Regardless, it does help to give a round of applause for the first one to come up and speak. The toast for the bride and groom. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for the best man, Jonathan, the toast.
Well, like you said, I'm Teddy's older brother, Yanni, and I wanted to thank Kathy, Kevin, Rosa's family, and my parents for hosting a beautiful wedding. Wow, I didn't expect this many people to turn out for my first TED Talk. When I was thinking about what to talk about today, I realized that Teddy wasn't exactly the kind, loving, generous person that he is today in his younger days. So most of you know that Teddy has loved soccer from a very young age, but what many of you don't know is that between the ages of 8 and 10, he was kicking a lot more than just soccer balls. Whenever a friend of mine or acquaintance or family member would try to greet him and say hi, you'd get this crazy, devilish look in his face, and he'd charge him as fast as possible, run at him, dodge the hug, and then kick him straight in the shin. Walk away. Nice guy. Teddy was kind of a dick. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. But to be fair, I didn't exactly provide the most loving, nurturing, and supportive environment for him. I was pretty rough with Teddy in those early ages. I gave him a lot of cuts and bruises. I was quick to make him the scapegoat for anything that I did. Like, soccer ball shattered my parents' window. Yeah, Teddy obviously did that. Someone left the garage door open all night. Oh yeah, obviously Teddy did that. Teddy, I want to get something off my chest today in front of everyone here. This one's been eating at me for a while. When Amha and I were in middle school, we heard about this thing called swirlies that the youths were doing. And if anyone doesn't know what that is, it's when you take someone and put their head into a toilet bowl and flush it, creating a swirl of water around it. So one day after Teddy was being especially difficult, we decided he'd be the perfect subject for our first swirly. But to make things worse, we made him give himself a swirly, so we intimidated him to put his own head into the toilet, and he had to flush it himself while we sat there and laughed at him. I mean, Teddy, I'm really sorry. I've been thinking about that one ever since. But Rosa, thankfully, Teddy's a product of his intrinsic nature and not the nurturing that we gave him. I've had the pleasure of watching Teddy make a drastic change into the incredible person he is today. He's kind and loving and generous, and he'll do anything for his friends and family. And even though, Teddy, you're my little bro, I still look up to you. So, Rosa, so today I officially gained a new sister. No offense, Sophie, but I'm tired of just having one. I promise to never ask you to give yourself a swirly. So that's good. Don't worry about that. But truthfully, I've considered you a sister for a long time now. I've loved getting to know you and your family for the many, I think maybe 10 years that you were dating Teddy. You're sweet, compassionate, and you're Teddy's biggest champion. When I saw how much love and support you two had for each other in the early days of your relationship, I knew in my heart that this day would come. Maybe a little sooner, but I knew it'd come. You two are perfect for each other, and I love you both very, very much, and I'm always here to support you. So I want to wish you two a lifetime of love, happiness, and backyard barbecues with 12-hour smoked meats. I hope that you'll invite me in the future. And with that, I want to raise a glass for Teddy and Rosa. Celebrate this beautiful marriage.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please one more round of applause for Yanni as he makes his way back. And you can keep the applause going, ladies and gentlemen, for the maid of honor. Welcome up, Caitlin Tabb.
Yeah, good job. That was awesome.
Who's Steve? Hello everyone. I don't have my phone, so I need to know. So my name is Caitlin, and Rosa and I are cousins. Our mothers are twin sisters. Now, Rosa and I grew up in different countries, but we've always been pretty close. But we didn't have a conventional friendship because we didn't see each other every day. We only saw each other once or twice a year. So my memory of Rosa is not this continuous roll of film. It's more snapshots of the two of us together at different times in our lives. So an example of one of these snapshots or photo memories is Rosa and I together at our grandparents' 60th wedding anniversary. This was over 20 years ago, when our mothers put us in matching purple floral dresses. So, thank you. I have another photo in my mind of Rosa and I at the Russian River on vacation, where we rescued an injured bird that we named Blinky, and we tried to teach her how to fly. And that photo memory is followed up by one of Blinky's funeral. We didn't do too well there. I have snapshots in my mind of Rosa and I going shopping together, and her learning how to forge her mother's credit card signature. I think you knew though, I think you knew. I have a photo memory of her college graduation and one of her 21st birthday celebration. That one is a little blurry. I have a snapshot in my mind of the moment I realized that even though we grew up in the same family, we experienced the world in different ways, and that I have a lot to learn from Rosa. And I distinctly remember realizing how similar we are and how our value systems are very similar. And thank you to our mothers for that. So it really surprised me when I tried to flip back through my photo memory of the first time that I met Teddy. I couldn't pinpoint the moment. And I thought, he snuck his way in with such ease that I can't even remember meeting him. So he just fit so seamlessly into Rosa's life and our family that it was like he's always been there. So I couldn't imagine any two people more suited to each other. And while I so adore the photo memories that I have of Rosa and I'm so happy to have photo memories of the two of them together, because Teddy, she always has that big, beautiful smile when you're in the picture. So I'd like to propose a toast to the brand new bride and groom. May we all commit this special day to memory as one of love and celebration. May we do it before the open bar sets in. To my cousins, I love you both very much, and I wish you the biggest of congratulations today on the beginning of a new journey ahead.
Okay. This is the moment. Actually, my name is Rosa Victoria. I'm Teddy's dad. Pedro's actually. For brevity, we call him Teddy. All right, I stand and see what...
Step forward.
Here, do you want me to slide you?
Yeah.
I'm going to talk for 2 hours.
What out my battery here?
All right. All our family members, friends, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I give glory to my Lord, my Savior, Jesus Christ, for making this day possible. All of you took the time, necessary efforts to travel by land and air from as far back as we really appreciate. We thank you all from the depth of our heart. We also would like to give a special thanks to affected people who stood with us on our weddings some many moons ago. And they are here today as well to celebrate and stand with us for our son's wedding. Dr. Avera and tonight, wave your hands wherever you are. Dr. Ethiopia Kaleta, wherever you are. And my groomsman, what's your name? Mr. German Gussi. What do you like, man? We're really very happy for Teddy and Rosa today. And Teddy, your mother and I have known you, Teddy, longer than anybody in this room. Not only have we loved you as a baby and a child, but we have had the greatest privilege of seeing you as a young man. You have grown from a little baby into a man that we all are very proud of you. But it would be impossible for you to know just how proud and impressed we are with you. We love you so much, and we are so happy to see you make this step in your life. Yeah, we are very proud to be your friends. And today, look at him, sitting with a gorgeous lady of his life. Teddy is very affectionate, sensitive, independent, and has a fantastic sense of humor, coupled with magnetic personality. Now we know why Rosa chose to stay with Teddy. Teddy is as special as a man, and Rosa could not have made any better choice. Rosa, our dear child, we want you to know, as well as everyone here, that we loved your presence in our family since the very beginning of your relationship with Teddy. We felt that you are like a daughter to us. I want to thank Rosa's parents for raising Rosa and guiding her throughout her life, turning her into the woman she is today. This is a wonderful achievement, and we know a lot of parents would have desired such a wonderful girl. I want you, the newlyweds. I want you, the newlyweds, to understand how complex yet wonderful love can be within a marriage. Try understanding each other's needs. Women like happiness.
Good page break.
Women like shopping, and men like watching TV and hanging out with their buddies. Oh yes, that applies for women as well. They like spending time with their girlfriends. We just want both of you, Teddy and Rosa, to understand each other's needs and care for each other. Give yourself the necessary amount of time and patience to be able to discuss all of what is ever bothering you. Attitudes like not talking about things or running away from difficult situations are not beneficial to your marriage, and you should keep that in mind. Listening? Also, love in a marriage does not mean that you always want the same thing at the same time. Understand these differences for your own good. We would like to thank all the people who helped organize this wedding. It was quite long and hard, but it was worth it. Remember, this is a day the Lord has made. Let's rejoice and be glad in it. With this note, now, let's now toast for the everlasting love of Teddy and Rosa and their happy marriage.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause to make its way back. If you could, keep it going, ladies and gentlemen, for the mother of the bride. Please welcome Kathy King.
I got it. Hi, everybody. Kathy King.
Rosa. I have the honor of being her mom. First of all, I want to thank all the family and friends who came to Sonoma here to celebrate this wonderful day, this wonderful union. And like Teddy's dad, I know that people have come from all over California. Some came from up the block. Some came from Ethiopia, Australia, Atlanta, New Jersey, Florida, Virginia, Colorado, Montana, and even some from Hawaii. I am so grateful that we are together to have the privilege of witnessing their love and commitment to one another. I am blessed to have such a beautiful daughter inside and out. I cannot tell you what that means to me. I am so very proud of all the things that she has done in her life, but most of all, her good judgment to pick Teddy. Good going, Rosa has made me a better person. I would not be who I am today without her. The day I brought her home from Honduras, I thought was the happiest day of my life. And we became a family that day. But today, seeing her joy, sharing the joy that she has brought to all of us with her good choices, and this moment to me has been the most joyful. I want to thank you all for being part of our lives. And I want to say how truly, truly blessed and grateful I am that Rosa and Teddy are together and that you are all here to share in the joy that I feel at this very moment. Thank you all very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, to close toast the bride and groom themselves, I'd like to give a brief thank you for their friends and family, so if you could please, one more time, a round of applause for Rosa and Teddy.
Hello?
Hello, speech. Wow, that was amazing. Thank you for giving those toasts. Teddy and I want to thank you all. Thank all of our guests for taking the time to celebrate with us today. We truly are humbled by the show of love and support that we have received from family and friends, not just today, but also over our lifetime.
Also, a special thanks to the wedding party for all your time and effort and hard work, bringing our special day together. And another special thanks to Kiyoshi or Mac Groman and Mac and Emily Groman for designing the invitations and coordinating all the aspects of the printing and mailing of the invitations. Know if anyone noticed the welcome sign and kind of all the signage that's here today, that was Mac's handiwork. So thank you so much, Mac, for your time. Everything looked amazing. We couldn't be more happy. Everyone got invitations in the mail here. The invitations in the mail had an Ethiopian cross, which are symbols of Christianity in Ethiopia, with the intertwined lattice representing everlasting life.
We would also like to thank Lee Thompson for being our videographer here today. Thank you. And we would also like to thank Mr. Fisaha and Mrs. Natalie Mercuria. Thank you for welcoming me into your family with open arms and hearts. You have been amazing. And finally, we would like to thank my mother, Kathy King. You have truly been amazing and a wonderful mother, and making this day happen. You have been so instrumental in that, and I can't thank you enough, and I'm so grateful for the relationship we have.
All right. Well, I guess now there's a party we have to attend to. So enjoy the rest of the party. And again, thank you so much for being here today. It means so much to us both, and we could more so than we could ever express. So thanks again, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the party.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes Toast for the evening. At this time, we're going to go inside. You're invited inside back to the building where they're going to have their first dance as a newly married couple, and also dancing on the evening. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you can begin to make your way back inside the building. Thank you.